I want to ask you one last question, a personal question. You talk a little bit about your marriage and about Bill, and I hesitate to do this, but you have had, for better or worse, probably one of the most public marriages in
True.
in the world. Everybody knows.
Well, they think they know.
They think they know, and that's what I want to ask you.
Yeah.
You talk about the dark periods in your. Do you feel as though you are now in a place where do you forget the dark periods? Do they stay with you? How do you and your husband seem to have, and you have survived while so many of your detractors are now thrice divorced. Right?
Of course, I know. Well, I think for me, and as I've said this for many years, nobody really knows what happens in a marriage except the two people in it. And every marriage I'm aware of has ups and downs, not public, hopefully for everyone else. And you have to make the decisions that are right for you. And I would never tell anybody else, stay in a marriage, leave a marriage, whatever the easy answer is. And, for me and for us, I think it's fair to say we are so grateful that at this stage of our life, we have our grandchildren. We have our time together. I write about how we start the morning playing spelling bee in bed. And, Bill is like such a great player. He gets to queen bee almost immediately, it feels like. We just have a good time. We have a good time sharing this life that we've lived together for now nearly 50 years of marriage. That's what is right for us. And that's really my message. I write in the book how during one of the darkest periods, during the impeachment, I had to almost have a binary view of the world that I was living in, my reality. On the one hand, I was deeply hurt, deeply confused, really upset, angry. And on the other hand, I knew that this was a political ploy to try to drive, Bill out of office. And I thought he'd been a really good president. And I resented that as an American citizen, that these hypocrites who, had all kinds of their own stories about, marriage and everything else, were going after him because of a very unfortunate, incident in his life. So on the one hand, I'm trying to make a decision about my life, my marriage, my future, my child, my family, which only I could make. On the other hand, I saw the hypocrisy and cruelty of what those Republican, members of Congress were doing. And that is a reality that people on the outside could never have understood. And, obviously I got tons of unsolicited advice from all sorts of observers. But my friends, and I have a whole chapter in there about how incredibly grateful I am to my friends, friends of a lifetime, friends, that have stood with me, have supported me, who during that dark period showed up at the White House to be with me. And I had a different kind of set of challenges. I mean, it's always hard if there's a problem in your marriage, you feel like it's your entire world, but in my case, it was the world. So I had to go through it at my own pace, on my own terms, according to my own values, and I'm very grateful that we are where we are.
And I'm very grateful to you for coming on the show. This has been a pleasure and honor.
Thank you, Fareed. Always good to see you.